Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Traffic in the Slot. We're here to talk about schedule release. We've had scheduling issues ourselves. We're like 5, 6 days late on this. But it's all good. There's some interesting things in the schedule, isn't there, Paul?
Yeah. I kind of like it a lot, to be honest with you. It's probably because we don't have the Four Nations and we don't have the Olympics. I
Yeah.
kind of wish we didn't have the All-Star break either, but we could talk about another day. I'm not into All-Star stuff, but I looked at the flow of the schedule and I think it favors the Abs in a way. It's kind of heavy in the beginning, but it kind of straightens out towards the end. And I like the way they have the game set up, to be honest with you, especially, with some of the division rivals and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I know the first thing I look at when the schedule comes out, besides, Colorado's schedule itself, I always look at the whole NHL schedule in a whole. And the first thing I do is look at the Frozen Frenzy or the whatever that is. They have
The
like every game everyone plays the same day.
right when all 32 teams play.
Yeah. So they do it on the 13th of October, I believe.
There's two of them this year.
There's
There's
two,
one that's
and
called the Frozen Frenzy or whatever it's called, and then there's just
yes,
another day. The other day is the last day of the season.
the last day of the season, and
That's
that's
right.
what I really love about it because every
Yeah,
team
that's
plays the last day of the season, so everyone gets the same amount of rest going into the.
That's a great move by the NHL. Love it.
They should do it.
Absolutely love
They
it.
should do
Every
it
year.
every year. Every year, that it should be the first day every team should play. Just make it 2 days. If you're going to make it 2 days, the first day of the season and the last day of the season. I'm
I,
good with
I don't
that.
I don't know about first day of the season. It's probably a little hard to pull that off with training
Probably, yeah,
camps and things like that.
yeah.
Coming out of the off season, but like sometime in the first month for sure.
Yeah, well, they do. I mean, if you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
count September as like one game for
Well,
everybody, whoever,
yes,
and then
yeah,
it goes right into October. So
yeah.
I do like the schedule overall as a whole. Last year, I didn't like it. I knew there was going to be some problems going
That
into
could
it and everything.
that condensed schedule because of the Olympics was
It was horrible.
brutal,
Yeah, yeah, it was
brutal.
horrible. I got a lot of opinions about all that stuff, mid-season stuff going on with like all-star games. I honestly don't like it. Just give the guys a week off, let them go with their families, chill, no practices, just let them hang out. You want to name the all-stars or have an all-star game, do it at the end of the season at the Stanley Cup, like they used to do with the Pro Bowl.
I'm I'd I'm I don't know. I'd like them to do the all I don't mind the all-star break the way it is. But I don't like I'd rather them just do something that's more fun. Like it doesn't like the skills competition is entertaining to me in a way. Um like when Kucherov got
Oh yeah.
Kucherov made some people mad in that last All-Star game because he did not look like he was trying very hard. And
Nah.
it's the All-Star game. Who
Yeah.
cares? Like,
It used to be
yeah,
really good though. I mean,
it
back in
did.
the
It
day,
did.
they have the shootout now. So the breakaway contest isn't really that big anymore. That was
The
like my favorite.
breakaway contest is only cool when the goalie is the one that wins.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
Alex Georgiev stones a Connor McDavid in the All-Star game
Right.
to win that
Right.
event. Alex Georgiev.
Alex Georgiev,
Loved it.
dude.
Loved it.
Yeah. But yeah, the schedule overall, it looks good. I do like it. Colorado actually plays the Kings again with the third time in 4 years.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, at least there's a
is
meaning
that
this year. We played them in the first round this year, so they can Kings maybe want to get a little revenge on
that's
that.
a away game. No, that's a home game
That's home. We're home. We're home. First time at home since 2023.
to
We
open the
played
season.
Chicago. Well, yeah, we had to when we raised the banner. That was the first game of the season. Remember when Jack
Right.
Johnson came off the bench when he played for Chicago and he joined them?
Yeah, yeah.
That was game one.
Yeah.
So we do play home as the first time in 3 or 4 years. So I'm good with all that, man. I think the schedule is good. There's a lot of key dates that we should focus on. I think it's a lot of fun, man. I think it's going to be a really good schedule. I love the Dallas way we play Dallas. It's like we play them 4 times and it's like back to back, and then we play them like kind of like another back to back
Yeah,
day
it's
off in between,
a
and that's
back
it.
to
We're done
back
with
and a
them.
home and home. They're both
Hmm.
home and homes, but one's a back to
Yeah,
back,
yeah,
and then the other one's a home and home with a game and a day in between.
yeah. So what do you think? Do you like it overall compared? I mean, you can't compare it to last year. Was just really bad with like all that.
Well, yeah. So the Olympic break is, the Olympics is an outlier.
Yeah,
Plus, this season we have 84 games, so
yeah,
there's another caveat to that. But I I like the schedule. I do. As far as it goes for Colorado, the things that I find the most interesting are um the the back to backs. There's a lot of back to back. I mean, like I looked
yeah.
it up and I saw that it was like I don't remember what team it was, but the team that had the most back to backs was 15, and we have 10.
I think it was. I
So
think it was Boston.
might have been,
I think it was Boston. I looked at that too. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%, but I think I
yeah.
saw it. Remember seeing Boston. But go ahead.
And 10 is, we're like dead
That's fine.
center of the
Yeah,
amount of back to backs, and that's fine. Colorado's
yeah,
usually really good with back to backs to begin with.
yeah.
However, when looking at the back to backs again, you end up with one, two, three, four, five, six of them that are both away games, and the other ones are home and aways. So we have
Mhm.
4 home games
Yeah.
in the entire 20 games. That's less than 25% home games for back to backs, and that's wild to me.
Right.
It's just wild. Like I don't have any problems with it.
Well, usually
Mm,
back-to-back games are usually on the road. I
are
can't
they?
remember the Avalanche having a back-to-back game both at home.
I'd have to look at other teams. It just seems like less than 25, like 25% home games in 20 games for back to back seems quite low.
Right.
Because
Well, I mean, if you
I would bet that the Eastern Conference teams don't have on the road back to backs as often as they do home game back to backs or home and away back to backs because they're in proximity
yeah, yeah,
to
absolutely. Yeah,
each
I think
other.
I saw
It's
the team that travels the most is Seattle Kraken, and they
yeah,
have a catastrophic mileage coming up the season. I don't even. It's
something
like
like 39,000 or some
it's
crazy.
ridiculous. It's by far the most
Yeah.
than any other team. I don't know who the least is. It's got to be someone in the Eastern Conference, like up there, like it's like Boston or like Montreal, like a team that's like everybody's just close to each other. But the back to backs on the road, I really don't mind. I kind of
Yeah.
like that. It kind of gets the team like right in the beginning. October 7th and 8th, Wednesday was that a Wednesday and Thursday? They have Winnipeg and Calgary. Those aren't really far, you know,
No,
as
they're all
far as
pretty close.
Mhm.
Philadelphia, New Jersey, Chicago,
Right.
Columbus.
Right. And then you have
Um,
the Dallas back to back, but they're playing the same team, so both of those teams have the same amount of they're going the same place.
right.
So
It's not terrible.
right.
Although
The
Florida
old,
Chicago is a rough one, and that Chicago
that's
game
a
starts
yeah.
early-ish.
And you also have to look at the team on the back end of a back to back. Who do they play? Do they have a back to back? You know what I'm saying? When was the last time they played? Like 2 days before that back to
Yeah,
back
yeah.
game. You know what I'm saying? So I know
Those
the
are those.
Avs get good.
I was gonna say those are those that like that Florida Chicago back to back near the end of the season. Those are those games where Colorado will lose to a Chicago team like that.
Yeah, like they
Those are
call
those
it a
games.
scheduled loss and like that. I
Yeah,
hate
yeah.
I hate when people say that, but it is what it is. Chicago, Columbus. We have a lot of back to backs before the new year, correct? Like
That's
what did we
7.
talk about? Like 7?
Yeah,
Yeah, that Minnesota away and then I guess home and then home against San Jose. Still kind of a travel though.
yeah. Minnesota,
Minnesota to
Colorado is not
Colorado.
too bad.
Yeah. Like that December's mostly on the road. I mean, oh November, I mean, it's fine, dude. I think we have like 2 5-day breaks this
Yeah,
season.
I
I
think
think I
so.
was reading we have 2 5-day breaks. So we have 5 days off in a row twice.
Yeah, there's one in November.
There's one in November. I'm
And
looking at
there's
it right
one in
now.
December. And then there's the All-Star break.
Right.
That we get. So the December one's Christmas.
Yes. Yeah.
So everybody's probably going to get something along those lines.
Right. December, the start of December, they go on that road trip
And November's
at Boston.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's
So
just,
I guess
it's actually the
everyone.
week before, like the 5 days before. It's Friday the week before through Tuesday, and then everybody's off Thanksgiving, but it looks like the Avs play around that.
Right. Right.
So, and the other thing about the schedule that I'm like where Colorado needs to be careful is that grueling month of January where they've got Vegas twice. They play mostly at home. They're like, it's like 9 games at home to 6 on the road.
Mm-hmm.
But they play the Vegas back to back, or the Vegas home and home. Nashville, Pittsburgh, Buffalo in that 1 week, with Washington at the end. Then they play another Dallas back to back, Edmonton, St. Louis, and Buffalo. Then they go into the All-Star break, and Colorado doesn't do good with stopping momentum. Just
right.
We got the Olympic break derailed us. It really did. We were all firing on all cylinders, and then we let the air out to go to the Olympics.
We had that rough patch in January. I went to that Florida Panther game. I think it was January 3rd or 4th. And I took my daughter and everything. She liked it a lot. That was her first hockey game, but that was the game Landy got hurt. I was when he got his ribs into the post. But after that game, it was the Avs, and we knew that was going to happen eventually. They need to.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to hit the patch, and the way it is set up right now, though, I think January actually. You don't think that favors them every other day? I mean, it does.
It probably does. It gets them into that rhythm. The thing that's the problem is like, it's a tough month, regardless of it being good for them or not. Is going into the All-Star break, coming out of the All-Star break with Carolina, Florida, and Tampa, and that Florida Tampa is a back-to-back. That is a rough 3-game stretch, all on the road as well.
Yeah,
all on the road. Yep. That is a rough way to come out of the All-Star break. I am not looking forward to that. I hope
they never really that's always the same 3 teams in a row like that. They always have Carolina, Florida, then Tampa.
Yeah, that's the road trip. I get that. But that's a terrible time to have those 3 teams. We could have gone I mean, it could have been Carolina, Washington, and Boston. That would have been fine. I'd have been okay with that.
Right. But on the flip side, though, Connor, what if they win all 3 of those games pretty convincingly? Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Then we're like, oh shit. Like, these guys are set, like, going into, because March is the trade deadline.
Right.
And stuff, So what if we win? We usually only get 1 out of the 3.
Right.
I think we beat Carolina last year, and then we lost to Florida and Tampa.
Yeah, I think so.
So what? But what if we win all 3? I think that would be really we'll be like, holy shit! Like, we will come back to this.
I mean, the Avs can do anything. Any team can do anything. Like, I'm not saying, but that's immediately the thing that stood out to me when I looked at the schedule after I looked at the back-to-backs.
Yeah, it's right after the All-Star break, like you said, right?
Yeah, it's literally the 3 games after the All-Star break. That's what makes it rough.
That's a good test, because that could be like the test to kick off like the last half of the season to get into gear. Because you beat 3 of those teams. Those guys are all playoff teams.
Yeah, if you come out of that,
all 3 of them are Stanley Cup contenders, you could say.
Yeah. 3.
You come out.
They have to be 3 of the top 5 favorites in the East.
Easily.
They might even be top 3.
Probably. Like, if I had to pick 3 teams right now to bet money, because I know Tampa's taken a step back a little bit, but they always seem to do something.
John Cooper.
It's
John
Kucherov,
Cooper.
as much as we think he's just a boring dude, he's an absolute stud. He's one of the best players in the world, and they still got
Yeah.
Vasilevsky, and they still got all these guys that could put the puck in it. You just never know with Tampa. Tampa, we thought was going to fall off. We talked about that in the last episode about the Atlanta.
Yeah.
We all thought they were going to take this fall off,
Yeah. Every
but
time.
mhm.
Like
So yeah,
there was a couple years ago, I was like, yeah, Tampa's done. I don't think they're going to be able to keep it going. And then there they go. I'm like, huh, this,
yep.
they just don't give up.
And this stretch right here in the beginning of March, I know they get a couple of days off, but on the road at Nashville, at San Jose, and at LA, that's a pretty good test right there too. Because I think the Predators are going to be pretty competitive again.
I
You know,
This Predators team looks a whole lot more interesting than last year's
yeah,
or the year
yeah.
before that.
And they have
I
McFarland, so who knows what they could do
right.
before the trade deadline? They could pull off crap because he pulled
Yeah.
it off with us.
Yeah, they could flip this whole team around
Absolutely.
in moments, and they're definitely better on paper. Absolutely, definitely better on paper.
Oh yeah, dude. They're definitely going to be. uh, They're going to definitely be up there. I think they're going to make the playoffs this year. We'll do our playoff predictions and everything like that. But with McFarland, I mean, the dude changed our entire goaltending, the crease in like less than a month.
A week. It
It
was
was it
like
like a week.
11 days.
It was 11 days. Yeah, we got Wedgwood. I know around like Thanksgiving, and then we got Blackwood
Like
right after that with
yeah,
Gordiev and
10 days later.
Kovalenko. You're like, holy crap, dude! What's it? So, and this is like November, December, like well before even the Christmas trade freeze, and way before the trade deadline. So you never know what Nashville with McFarland and them
Yeah,
controlling that entire team. So
yeah.
San Jose is going to be good, and I think the Kings are going to be very good this year too. So those three games I'm looking at too. That's a nice little test right there. I don't know what day the trade deadline is though.
It's usually in the first week of March. Although I don't know how that's going to work with the 84 game schedule. It may be
Right. They
moved up
didn't
or
announce
down.
all that stuff yet, right? Like
I
they
don't
usually put
think so.
like a brochure of like what's going to happen, the trade deadline and the trade freeze for Christmas. I don't think they announced all that stuff
Friday,
yet.
March 5th.
Oh,
Does not have an officially confirmed date, but it is expected to be
okay,
Friday, March 5th.
okay,
Because it's the league usually has it on the first Friday in March.
okay. So we'll look at like the fifth, sixth, or the seventh. Basically, that weekend is probably going to be somewhere for the trade deadline. If
Right.
historically, it's been like that. Yeah, I mean, and then we get into April, and I looked at it and I was like, do the schedulers have like the guys who make the schedule? Do they have a little prediction going on with Minnesota? Like a soft prediction, like, oh, maybe Minnesota's going to be fighting for first place with Colorado. So let's put these two games at the end, and they're both day games for me anyway. I have the Eastern because I have it on Eastern time.
Yeah,
The
the only thing I could say is that they probably for the end of the season, there's probably with the NHL scheduling things is they probably want to have the games be something possibly meaningful for the playoffs for both teams. So your
right,
best bets are teams like Vegas, Colorado, Minnesota, Carolina,
yeah,
Dallas, Edmonton, those teams that are perennially there, and then have them playing either a rival like Colorado, Minnesota, or like a potential wild card team, like as many playoff implication games as you could possibly have. And
yeah,
then on the flip side, you get the lottery chance games on
yeah,
the other side of the spectrum.
right,
So like
right, right.
it's probably like if we looked at that day as for the NHL, there's probably I would bet there's more rivalry games. Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Boston, Buffalo, New
Yeah,
York, stuff like
right.
that. Vegas,
Yeah,
Edmonton.
it's just that I looked at all the other schedules prior. Like we didn't really. Usually I think we finished playing Minnesota like somewhere in March or something like that last year.
We did.
April, the last stretch of April, the last stretch of games were like kind of like meaning like we didn't play. I think we did play like Vancouver and Calgary, like we're playing again this year. But we usually play like teams that are like already know what's going to be happening with
Yeah.
them. You know,
So
but
I was just
I just found it interesting.
yeah,
That's all. Like that last week, we're playing Minnesota twice. Division games. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. So I thought I was looking at that month of February again, and I see these just after that, the next week after the 3-game road trip, we get the Columbus Blue Jackets, Edmonton Oilers, and Vancouver Canucks, and that Vancouver Canucks game is a trap game. It's a trap game. Like I expect us, if we're gonna lose to Vancouver, it's that game. Because the next game is Vegas at home.
Oh, right, right.
It's a
Yeah,
trap game. Straight up trap game.
yeah, yeah.
Oh man. I didn't even realize that. The Vegas back to the Vegas home and home series, that
Hmm.
is the that is after the 2 games right after the Winter Classic or whatever, the outdoor game with Utah. Didn't even notice that.
It's not even on the schedule here.
It's December 31st. You just
Oh, the 31st. I thought it was the 1st of January. I
I don't
got it
know.
right
They
here.
do so many outdoor games.
So there's 3 outdoor games this year. I didn't even know about the third one. You know what the third one is?
Nope.
I don't either.
I
I think
thought you were gonna
I think
tell
it
me.
I think it's actually it's I now that I'm thinking about it, I saw it. I think it's Winnipeg, in Winnipeg,
Oh,
and
so nobody's gonna go.
I think it's Winnipeg. Yeah, it's in Winnipeg. I know that. That's like the off, the regular game. Let me see. Outdoor games. I forget who their opponent is. I believe that it might be Edmonton. They have
Oh my
okay.
god.
So the Stadium Series is Dallas Stars at against the Knights.
Yeah.
Dallas is home for that one. The Winter Classic this year is Colorado at Utah. And the 27 Heritage Classic is Winnipeg Jets and Montreal Canadiens.
Okay. People will go to that one because Montreal travels well.
And that's on October 25th. That's an
Oct-
outdoor game on October 25th.
Are there games being played in Europe this year? Who's doing that?
Yeah, I think you're right. I forget who it was,
Yeah, me too.
but
Carolina
Carolina.
and Seattle will be in Helsinki,
Yes.
Finland, and Ottawa and Chicago will play in Germany and
Right, right.
Dusseldorf.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I knew Carolina was. I'm about to say. As soon as you said Carolina, I was about to say it too. I knew they were part of it. I just didn't know who they were playing.
Oh, that's interesting. The NHL has introduced a steady stream of Monday matinee games designed specifically for European primetime broadcasting too. That's cool.
Yeah.
If there was ever a sport to grow across a league to grow across the world, it's hockey because every
Oh, yeah.
like besides soccer, of course, but
Besides
that's
soccer, hockey's like played in almost every country except
right,
for like maybe Australia or something like that.
right.
But, like even Japan has a team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think overall the schedules favors. I'm pretty excited for like some games like to watch and everything like that. But it's spread out pretty good. I really do like it. I just I just don't really care for all star games. I'd rather have the guys rest. So other than that, I think it's pretty favorable. I really do like the month of January though. I like playing every other day.
Yeah, yeah.
I really do. It's
I
kind of like a playoff format. You're playing every other day until the series is over.
yeah. I agree. Um yeah. I like this it doesn't there's not really I don't really have a whole lot to say about the schedule. Those things that I pointed out already were the only things I really noticed.
Mhm.
But I think the Avs they don't have any super rough stretches where I would expect them to. struggle or have a hard time with things. Most of the time it's, here and there you got a few tough opponents, but you got it sprinkled with, like, it's a good mix between tough and
Yeah.
cupcake, I guess.
I mean, the Southeast trip with Carolina, we'll look at that. We'll come back to that. We'll think about like, oh, when that's over, we'll be like, remember we talked about this shit in like July and they win all
Yeah.
3 games. Let's just say, or they lose all 3. Who knows? We'll figure out, when the time comes when they play those games, we'll see how they are. But I think it's a good test, man. Like, especially right after the All-Star break, that is, right?
Right.
And where's the All-Star game this year? So if anyone goes to the All-Star game, hopefully it's close to the East Coast. That way
It's
guys can
probably
fly
gonna be
out
like
from there.
Buffalo or something.
Let me search it. All-Star game. Hmm. Oh, it's like they're doing that Olympic All-Star kind of thing, right? Aren't they putting like the countries
Yeah.
together?
Yeah. 3-on-3 tournament. See, this is the kind of thing that I'm okay with. I would rather them do like 3-on-3 overtime is exciting. I don't care what people say. It's exhilarating. The shootout is not. It can be, but it's boring. So, but like 3-on-3, that shit's fun, man. It's really fun.
I like it. I think they need to make I want to get into all that and we'll go
We
another
will.
day, but
We
I
will.
just wanted to point out, since you're on it, like, I don't mind the 3-on-3. And I agree, I do not like the shootout at all.
Yeah.
I don't like they go up, take their time, they dangle 57 times. No, dude. Give them 6 seconds. As soon as they touch the puck, they have 6 seconds to shoot it. That should be the shootout.
I saw a suggestion, and the suggestion was that once you make the offensive zone, you're not allowed to take it back out.
Oh, for 3-on-3?
For 3-on-3 overtime. You can't enter
the
zone and then exit immediately. You have to go in and you have to attack. And I was like, that's a good rule. I would love that.
Yeah,
that
I
would
like
be
that
awesome.
too. I like that too. I mean, if we're going to talk about the overtime real quick, I would put a 4-on-4 for 10 minutes. The only reason why I'm kind of against the 3-on-3, Connor, and this is really the only reason, is what you said, taking it back and forth, and maybe if they pass the red line, it's a dead play, but that might happen very frequently. That might slow the pace down, as it is taking it back and coming back in. I'm just saying it might even make it worse. Now you have to reset, but maybe the players that it lets you do this, that rule that you said, if you take it behind out of the offensive zone, they can't switch the lines. The other team can, kind of like an icing.
I was going to say, either make it an icing where it automatically creates a draw in your defensive zone.
Yes.
If you take it back out, or they're not allowed to change the lines. It would probably be easier to turn it into an icing.
Yeah, but yeah, do the same icing rules. Yeah, it's a face-off down in your end, and you have to keep those guys out there, and the other team gets to change the fresh guys. That'll make them think before putting it across the line.
It alters the strategy.
Exactly. Yeah, I like that. I could do that. I'm good with that. But the only thing I don't like about the 3-on-3, and I want to put it back to 4-on-4, because it used to be 4-on-4 a while ago before the 3-on-3, is if there's a penalty, then now it's 4-on-3, and then it turns into 4-on-4 anyway, until a whistle blows. I mean, I guess like if they implement those rules that we just talked about, I'm fine with the 3-on-3. Other than that, they got to make it longer too.
Yeah,
they got to make it longer.
I'm
7 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not against making it longer, but you're going to be hard pressed to get owners and players to buy into that, because they're on the ice more. There's more chance for them to be injured. And that takes away from the product long term and the players, like,
Right.
so
Right.
that's one of those things. Anytime you talk about increasing the amount of time that people have to play, like more games, it
Right.
tends to be a tough sell in my eyes. So,
Right.
um, yeah,
But then
I
you're
don't know.
looking at it like if you're looking at it from like a point of view of an average. I mean, I get what you're saying. I get, they'll be against it because of the fatigue for guys and being hurt. Okay, well, you're getting paid $15 million. Play ice hockey, dude. You can't do another 2 minutes. I'm just
Sure,
saying, like that's how some people would think, like me, to be
sure,
honest.
and I'm of the mind that in 3-on-3 hockey, it's way less physical, way less likely
Oh
you're gonna
yeah,
get
oh
injured
yeah,
because nobody's playing the body. There's all this open space.
right. I mean, if
Like
you're going to injure
nobody.
yourself, if you injure, you're probably going to do it to yourself, if
Right.
anything, at
Yeah.
that point.
Yeah.
Now I could see it
So
going both ways, but I think it's still a little. My opinion, it's kind of soft. You know, it's like 2 more minutes you add to. I mean, I know Connor McDavid wanted it. He's like, put 2 more minutes for the 3-on-3 instead of having all these shootouts. He doesn't
yeah.
like the shootout either.
Yeah.
He hates the shootout.
Yeah. I don't like the shootout either.
No.
Yeah. I
It
just
took it
don't
away
know.
from the breakaway contest in the All-Star game. That was my point with that too.
Yeah. Yeah. You're
You're not
right.
excited
You're
for
right.
it no more. The only time you get the only time we used to get like a one-on-one was like a penalty shot during the regular season until we saw it in the All-Star break.
I I'm about to rant about the All-Star games again, but like I liked the idea of the All-Star game being like not only a skills competition, but like trick shot kind of stuff,
Yeah.
where the players have to bounce the puck on their blades for longer than 8. I mean, I'm sure those guys could probably do that for hours without
Oh
dropping
yeah,
it,
yeah.
but but like the like the last All-Star game, they had the one where you had to bank the passes off of the specific block. That was cool. I
That
thought
was
that was
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, let's do
Like a
cool
hand-eye
things like,
coordination kind of thing.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd rather see somebody do that than a breakaway goal. If I want to watch breakaway goals, I can just go watch YouTube videos of people that don't even play in the NHL because it doesn't
Right,
matter. It's
right,
just a breakaway
right.
goal. I can do
Yeah,
cool shit on a breakaway goal and I can barely skate because
yeah,
I'm all by myself.
yeah.
At
You know,
least if they're going to be all by themselves, have them do something interesting.
yeah. I like the hardest shot contest. I think that's pretty
Yep.
cool. And when they got to hit the targets on each corner
Yeah.
of the net,
And those are
I like that
classics.
too. Those are cool. I don't like the speed skating only because McCarr took that spill into the boards a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
He had his tongue sticking out as he's driving into the boards, but man, someone could get really injured with that.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I really don't care for that. But yeah, they're pros. They could stay on their feet, but one little spill could mean the end of it. I mean, McCarr
Yeah.
hit the boards pretty good. At least they have the cushions there for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, but going back to the schedule, I mean, there really isn't much to talk about because there's nothing like the Olympics. So now we can't see like there's 55 games in 1 month. You know what I'm saying? Like it was in like
Right.
March. So it's nothing. It's just your normal schedule.
Yeah.
And I like the way they put the games together and stuff like that. I mean, I'm gonna go look at everyone else's schedule eventually. To
Yeah.
see just to compare them, and you're probably gonna see a lot of the same stuff,
Yeah.
especially with the back-to-backs and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't count the matinee games though. I know we're not really good with matinee games, like afternoon games and stuff like that. I know we're really don't. Colorado doesn't really have a history of winning afternoon games.
There are 2 on the first half of the back-to-backs. One starts at
Afternoon
2
games?
p.m. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
One starts at 2 p.m. Mountain Time, and one starts at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. That's the Minnesota in November and Islanders in December.
Let's see, November
27th and
Okay.
the 7th of
So
November. There's a few
I
of
have it
them.
set up for Eastern Standard Time because that's our time. So yeah, so 1 o'clock game on Monday,
Yeah.
and then at 8 o'clock on Tuesday. That's not bad.
I have one against the Kings in March. Chicago on the 21st of March. Those are at 3 p.m. their time. Both the Minnesota games in April are matinee games. There's a lot of them near the end of the season.
Yeah, yeah. But the back-to-back games though, if they're playing at like a 1:00 p.m. game one, like against the Islanders, and then they play against who was the other team? St. Louis?
Yeah.
Then they play at 8:00 the next day. So that's almost like that's not like 12 hours later or 24 hours later. It's longer.
Yeah.
So having like an afternoon game on a set, it's still, yeah, of course. But I'm just saying you get like an extra like 6 or 7 hours.
Yeah. They have to have, there's a rule where they have to have so many hours in between back-to-back games. And they had to, they talked about it last year. Yeah. It's a labor issue. Like you technically, like if you work it's like a 16-hour day, you have to be off for 8 hours before you come in again.
Right.
Or something like that. That's kind of the same thing. It's for their health, It was a important thing to have last year because they did schedule Colorado for back-to-back matinee games, probably to facilitate travel times because of the condensed schedule. So
right. Yeah, they really had to do a lot of work on that schedule. So those guys who did the scheduling, props to them. That was a lot. Yeah.
Well, I don't got anything
that's all I
else
really
for
have
this
on
schedule.
the schedule. So.
Yeah. There's not much else to talk about. Like we can talk about the Vegas revenge games come in January, the beginning of January, the Winter Classic. We touched on all those things, but those are articles that have been written ad nauseum out on the internet. Everybody's talking about those ideas. So
right. Like everyone's like, I've had a couple of people ask me. Yeah, I had a couple of people ask me like, what games are you looking forward to? It's the same thing every year. Like whoever's really good in the division, like Dallas and Minnesota, those are the games I'm looking forward to more than anything. And maybe Carolina because we should have played them in the Stanley Cup Finals, And
there's times where you're like I'm watching during the season 40 games in, and I'm like, we've got Winnipeg, Dallas, and Columbus coming up, but the one that's most interesting to me happens to be Columbus because maybe they made a huge trade before that, or they're top of the Eastern Conference somehow this year. Whereas Dallas is normally my team that I'd be looking forward to that game, and of course I am, but like in the grand scheme of things, that Columbus game seems like a true test. What if Dallas sucks? Yeah, and they've got Val. That's a good point. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know that's just an example. I don't know if that's the order of the games or whatever, but I
could see. I see your point there, though, on how you would look at it, like because you don't know who's going to be good. Ottawa could be like better than we thought, and they could be like a really good matchup. You just never know. Just teams like, like we always look at, like we just take it from last season. Who's good? Dallas, Minnesota. Those are the two teams. Everyone, probably Avalanche fans, will probably have this circling on the calendar.
Always,
especially
Vegas.
Always, always. Now, maybe Nashville gets one now. A couple of circles because of McFarland. And Utah,
Colton.
maybe because we're playing them in the Winter Classic. So maybe other games will be more important to win those games to get some bragging rights. So Utah was supposed to be like our next rival. But
we're getting there.
We're getting there. I like Utah. I think they
I do too. I think
apparently they have a really nice airport.
Apparently most of the infrastructure stuff they have is really nice. That new stadium is insane, and they've really built that city up over the last few years.
That's what the owner said. The owner was talking about it. Yeah, we got a really nice airport here. It's like they always say, I don't know if you listen to DNVR. AJ always says that shit. It's so funny, dude. It's like, like the airport's really nice in Utah.
oh my God. That game we had last year, that game was broadcast. It was Colorado versus Utah on ESPN, and they spent the whole fucking game talking about Utah. Like you could have, you didn't know any hockey, you could have been looking at this game for a long time going, who's the other team? Because they don't ever talk about them.
It was a day. It was that time they had to promote it. They had to promote that team. And unfortunately it's against Colorado. I don't know if it was like a slap in the face kind of thing because.
No, it's just,
but
It was the
It just
first.
happens to be luck.
It happened to be the first primetime ESPN game that was hosted in Utah.
Oh, okay.
In the new
That
stadium.
makes sense, yeah.
So they built it up because, well, Arizona Phoenix was owned by the NHL for a while. Utah is still, like, it's got an owner now, but it's still the NHL's baby, I think. And that's fine. I don't care. They're growing those markets, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, it was so bad.
Yeah,
like, they
was,
talked to that owner for fucking ever.
Dude, it was like 15 fucking minutes.
The whole second period,
The whole
basically.
period. Yeah,
and
the
he
whole
didn't,
fucking period.
And I'm sorry, but he just wasn't all that interesting to be on for 15 minutes. Like, it was rough. And and then they started, like, there was just, everything was bad about that broadcast because they were like, oh, they've got the sky cams. And I'm like, you can't watch hockey from this angle. Stop it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Just put it back on the normal view, damn it.
Yeah, I mean, don't they they play at the Delta Center, right? Where the Utah Jazz play. Don't they have like those, did they fix that? They play at the Delta Center, right?
I don't think so. I
thought I remember him saying that there's a
Delta
section.
Center. Oh, they
there's
upgraded
a section
it.
on like the third tier that you can't see if you're like, you can't see the bottom of the net. Like if you're directly behind the net and you're like on the third tier, you can't see from like half of the blue line where the face-off circles are towards the net because that whole section's blocked. I know that. I think they did fix that, right?
Yeah, I think so.
They had to. No one's ever going to buy those seats, dude. And if it is, that's like, it should be like $10.
But yeah. All right, we need to end this episode.
Yeah, we're good. I'm all good, man. We just got to rant. But
yeah, no. All right, everybody. We're gonna peace out on this one. Hope to see you next time.
Later, everybody.
See you.